And he got angry that instead of the work going down, the work was going up. And it was explained that it's because of this very same case docket, which the district commissioner the local POP members arrested 2 people for possession of a firearm. And the district commissioner suspected that maybe these people might be linked to the killing of the councillor. And he phoned the PKTT to come and take over the investigation. And after they done that, they were able to link both ballistically the firearm as well as the suspect to the murder of this councillor. So, well, the minister was angry for that. It was quite strange.
Okay, what was strange about it, before I ask you the question?
Okay, no, it's quite strange it was first in my career to see a minister angry that police have done a good job, because here, police have arrested somebody that is linked to the killing of a councillor. And he was angry and that they took over this docket. They didn't make the arrest. Yes, we agree with him. They did not make the initial arrest of the people for possession of firearm. That was done by the local POP. But the PKTT was able to do further investigation, and they linked the suspect to the murder of this councillor. So that made him angry, and it made the meeting end up abruptly, and he said he will only talk to me and not talk to Kumal and the rest. And yes, that what surprised me was exactly that how would you be angry when police did what they're supposed to do? So that I couldn't ask anybody as to why, but that remained boggling my mind forever.
So if I follow what you are saying is, in the report of 22 January 2025, you referred to page 407 of Masemola 2, Roman figure 2. You said no new dockets will be taken by or allocated to the task team. But on the 4th of February 2025, after you had said in the presentation no new dockets are going to be taken, new dockets continued to be taken by the task team.
Yes, new dockets, yes, the kept on. Remember also that I have never, since I got this letter of the minister of the 31st of December 2024, I've never communicated any directive to either Khumalo or the provincial commissioner of KwaZulu-Natal to disband the team. On my side, I was managing this, yes, doing these plans and saying, well, until this disbandment plan is signed, so there is no communication I'm going to give to KwaZulu-Natal to stop the work. So hence the district commissioner then phoned the team and that they went and took that docket. So there were nothing wrong with them because I never sent them any letter to disband the team. So yes, they kept taking on the work.
General, did you consider, I mean, the minister would, if he was angry, he will come and explain why he was angry. Did you consider perhaps that he may have gotten angry or been angry because he considered that the increase in dockets indicates a defiance of his instruction? Is that a possibility that you would consider?
Yeah, well, I did consider that. That's how he considered, yes. And he said further he will engage with me, so I was waiting for him to engage. I did think it in that line. But the fact of the matter is, Well, whether you disband the team or don't disband the team, here you have police that have linked suspect with the killing of a councillor. Shouldn't you, despite being saying, no, this team must be disbanded, but shouldn't you appreciate that? Now you are angry that they still exist, they even made further success. I mean, why do you have police? Are you not having them to fight crime?
Perhaps if you could go back to paragraph 38 of your statement, where you deal with section 2053.
Paragraph, sorry, Commissioner.
38 of your statement. Is that not perhaps the point that you are making? Yeah, page 10. Paragraph 38.
Yes, correct. Paragraph 38, section 2053 of the Constitution provides that the police service is to prevent, combat, and investigate crime, maintain public order, protect and secure the inhabitants of the Republic and their property, and to uphold and enforce the law.
So is that the point that you're making, that in light of the mandate of the police and the success that had been made, you are then confused by the minister's reaction when the police were performing the task that's assigned to them constitutionally?
That is correct, Commissioner. So yes, so well, they did exactly what is required of them by the Constitution, and it's expected that any action that the minister takes and myself should support, or whatever the minister does must support this section 2053 and not the other way around.
Then you conclude in that paragraph 141, to go back there to page 46. After you deal with that fact, which you say angered the minister based on the statistics, and you say the conclusion was that the minister said he's not going to talk to any of the team members, but he was only going to talk to you.
You what paragraph, Commissioner?
Yeah, remember in 141, you dealt
Yes.
with the minister's reaction,
Correct.
and then you said earlier that the minister indicated that he was not going to deal with any other member of the PKTT, but he would communicate with yourself. I'm referring
that's
to your
correct.
earlier evidence.
Yes, that's correct, Commissioner.
Then, if I can ask you to proceed to para 142.
142, at some point during the meeting, the minister stated that he did not understand why we were so adamant that the PKTT must not be disbanded. Then he said that the president is in agreement that the PTT be disbanded. I was quite taken aback by his revelation, since it was the president who, knowing about the effectiveness of the PKTT, had requested the PKTT to deploy to assist with the Forte cases, murder investigations. Moreover, the president, in our last briefing on the PKTT, was satisfied with the performance. Of course, it's him saying it, so I wouldn't know whether what he's saying is true or not.
But do you have any reason not to believe what the minister said to you when he said that the president was in agreement that the PKTT be disbanded? Do you have any reasons or fact to contradict that statement?
Yeah, I do have reasons because when I briefed the president on the 1st of February, he was quite surprised
Sorry,
that
which year? When you briefed the president on the 1st of February of which year?
1st of February 2025. Yes.
Then you were then dealing with paragraph 143 on page 46. That's where you're about to go to before the T adjournment.
Thanks, commissioners. Yeah, paragraph 143, the minister stated that at that meeting of the 27th of March 2025, that it took a political decision to establish the PKTT, therefore it will take a political decision to disband it. The minister directed that there will be no further meetings regarding this matter, and any further engagement would be held with me only as the National Commissioner. However, the minister and I had no further engagement regarding the PKTT thereafter.
Okay. Then the next topic that you deal with relates to the 121 dockets. And you commence from paragraph 144. I can ask you to proceed from there.
Sometime in late April or early May 2025, I became aware that 121 dockets that were classified as under investigations were removed from the PKTT and handed over to Lieutenant General Sintumule on the instruction of Lieutenant General Sibia. I attach a copy of the handing over letter as per SFM 14.
Yes, that's at 419 to 423 of Masemola 2, but you don't need to go there. Let's proceed.
Yeah, this came yet as another surprise to me because after the abrupt ending of the 27th March 2025 meeting, the partially accepted plan of 6 March 2025 has still not been accepted, yet dockets have been taken away from PKTT.
Can I just ask you to explain that? Why are you surprised by this? What point do you seek to make there in that last sentence?
Yeah, what I seek to make is that you would recall that the plan was supposed to be finalized at the meeting of 6 March 2025 in Cape Town, and that didn't happen. And further that it will be finalized at the meeting of 27th of March 2025. And that also did not happen as the meeting ended, not in a right mood. And so there was never that meeting where the minister said he will only engage me thereafter on the matter of the PKTT. That has not happened as yet. Nothing has happened. So meaning there is no finalized disbandment plan. So things still hangs. So in other words, then there shouldn't have been any dockets that are moving up and down. But moreover, remember, if you go back to the 6 March meeting, 6 March 2025, where in the proposed plan of that was presented by General Khumalo, was that dockets be, if not going to station of origin, they go to the province, to murder and robbery unit. You would recall that I said that point was crushed very, very harshly, by both Nkabinde and Sibia that no, we will be recreating this PKTT under the guise of murder and robbery. So the doggers must go back to the police station of origin. So then it comes as a surprise because that was the line that the doggers should go. So then there shouldn't be doggers that come to Pretoria because Pretoria was never discussed in either of this meeting as a destination of any doggers.
Then, in the next paragraph at 145,
Mr. Madam, before the next paragraph, General, when you become aware that dockets have been removed, what did you do about it? Mr. General Sibia is your report, so you are his superior. You know that there is no approved plan yet that authorizes this action. What did you do about it?
At some point, I did talk to him that I hear rumors that doggers are here. Remember, the agreement was doggers go to province which you disprove that they go to station of origin. So there can't be doggers that come to this head office. So make sure that you do likewise. There shouldn't be any doggers that is here.
So you're saying you gave instruction, you gave him an instruction?
Yeah, I did tell him that it can be that dockets are here.
Okay.
Can I ask a follow-up question, Mr. Matau? General, did Lieutenant General Sibia have authority to remove the dockets or to instruct that dockets be removed from the PKTT and be brought to Pretoria to Lieutenant General Senzo? Did he have that authority?
Look, he's a deputy for investigations. As and when there are, you can't just do it. There should be agreement. In this case, if for some reason, let's say it's ordinary dockets, he can engage a provincial commissioner to say, because of reason 1, 2, 3, this is what I think we do. And if they agree, then they will do it. And if they do not agree, then whoever party that is not satisfied can then come to me and say, there is this action that is about to take and I don't like it. So he does have that authority, but that authority must be on, there must be agreement to that effect. He can't just do it.
Agreement with who? With you or with the provincial commissioner?
There should be agreement with the provincial commissioner. Because the dockets belongs to a police station, and a police station reports to the provincial commissioner. So the provincial commissioner accounts for all dockets in his or her province. So he must know where they are and their movement at any given time. So nobody can then just come and take them away.
to 188, under the topic Minister's Motives, because you are now at a part where you've dealt with what these investigations have revealed, and you've disclosed up to the limited extent that you could, bearing in mind what you had said yesterday, these criminal investigations that are currently underway have an element of sensitivity and confidentiality in them, for reasons that you mentioned. But if I could just ask you to tie what you've just testified upon up to 184 with what you deal with in 188 and 189.
Yeah, thanks, Commissioners. In respect of the Minister, knowing what I know now, what I consider to be irrational and inexplicable encroachment into operational issues is now explained by his desire to hold investigations against criminal cartels by disbanding the PKTT. By this, I mean that evidence that has emerged which links the minister to Brown Mkhosi, to Ket Matlala, and Lieutenant General Sibia. So it is clear now that that arrest of Matlala in May have assisted us to understand the real motive of the disbandment of the political killings task team. Because you would remember we asked reasons and it came, we don't mind, well, when does an order come? It came 31st of December 2024, after 1700 hours in the afternoon and in a rush. Why the rush? The phone records of Matlala eventually did indicate to us that actually since December, operation of the 6th December 2024, that's when there was a planning to disband this political killings task team, of course, to prevent it from further doing the work that they were doing in Gauteng. So those, the investigators will come with those specific recordings to indicate that there was discussion about this team's lifespan and that it should be disbanded. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is now one understands the reason why Lieutenant General Sibia and the minister, Brown Mkhosi and Ket Matlala, wanted to disband the team. There was no any other motive but to prevent the investigation against the cartels in Gauteng that are involved in murder, drugs, and so on.
You were with the minister at a funeral in KZN 3 days before the instruction to disband, not so?
I didn't catch that, Commissioner.
You were at a funeral in KZN with the minister 3 days before the instruction to disband, not so?
That is
on the 28th of December 2024.
That is correct, Commissioner. We spent the day at that funeral, and there was nothing that the minister raised that might be a worry or complaint by anybody about the political killings task team. He never said anything about this team's disbandment or even to indicate that I intend doing this. That was never at all. We did the funeral, we parted nicely, and he knew that I was going on leave because he approved my leave. And so the letter came as a surprise. And of course, the timing of it and the fact that the letter also said it must be done immediately. Of course, I interpret immediately as that probably it means it should have been disbanded. By the time I come back, the 14th, the team should not have been there. But luckily, the office did ask me direction as to how do we deal with this matter. Then I said to them, just prepare reports because the next feedback date is the 20th of January. Don't do anything other than prepare reports. Hence, when I get back to work, there was this speedy response by General Sibia to make me sign a letter to Khumalo, which I refused. Second day, I advised him how to do it. Second day, he came with the same letter, which I again refused and said, no, I'll do the matter myself. But whatever drove him, which I wouldn't know what it is, but now we know, he still issued those instructions to General Khumalo. But from my side as the National Commissioner, I've never said Khumalo either close or disband the team. I never said to Lieutenant General Mkhonazi either close or disband the team. I kept on managing the situation through a proposal to wind down the team and wanted to find a finality about this winding down. Even though, yes, I had suspicion right from the word go, when there was no motive coming forth as to why is the team being disbanded. And there was any reason whatsoever. So, but eventually the real reason came. Unfortunately, the WhatsApp messages did come on the 13 or 14 May 2024 from Matlalashu.